Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay,
I'm Craig.
Yeah,
and she's crippled.
I broke 2 bones in my leg, so I'm just trying to hang out so I won't cry.
Oh, you notice me and Craig are a lot closer because Tiff needs more
A lot more
space.
space.
Mm-hmm.
That way, everybody, if anybody for Fox sees this, they're not like, "Well, how is she doing that?" Like, yeah, this is in the living room.
Yeah, I'm in the
This is
living
the
room.
farthest she can walk.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got talked into going roller skating, and yeah, I shouldn't have went roller skating.
I watched the Super Bowl by myself.
In the hospital.
She watched in the hospital. I watched it from here with the kids because they had school Monday. So yeah, it was wonderful. Eagles won a Super Bowl. You broke a leg. Great weekend.
Great.
Um,
I think about not even midway through the first quarter, I realized, I'm rooting for Philly. Like I wasn't like I didn't like
I ended
either
up wearing
one.
a green hoodie that day. Didn't even realize. I was like, damn, I guess I'm going for Philly.
I realized I was rooting for the defense, and it didn't matter because
Dude,
Yeah.
but that game was just out the gate. They just Kansas City, all they did was kept throwing the ball, and the Eagles just kept stopping them.
They were
Yeah,
way
yeah,
more
yeah,
aggressive.
yes,
with
they-
Mahomes.
Yes, and all this shows me is when Mahomes loses the Super Bowl, he gets ass.
handled.
But like I like that honestly. Well, in respect to Mahomes, he didn't stop. Like I felt like Kelsey and a lot of the other ones were like,
No, he
it's
did- he-
over.
he-
Him and Worthy were the only ones
he-
like, well,
he-
we still got time, right?
But like
Yeah.
he just kept playing. Like
He
it-
just kept-
And Travis actually said on New Heights he didn't feel like he was as good of a leader as he should have been because he looked defeated early,
He
and
looked
I'm
defeated
thinking that's what he was
very early.
alluding to because you can't be the vet on the team, and then you're the one when everybody looks up, they're
he was
like,
like moping.
"What did we
Yeah.
do, Master Anakin?" Like no, like you can't kill them too.
he looked very defeated.
And then Chris Jones was defeated. Like once he
Yeah.
got hurt, he was
That
like,
offensive
yeah.
line looked like by the time they got to the sideline on like their second series, they looked like I don't think we can stop them.
yeah,
No.
like and they were Kansas City was stopping Saquon,
Yeah, but they
but
could.
I think that's all they would have to do.
But
Yeah.
but Jalen when they left, when they were stopping the run for Saquon, and when Jalen dropped back, but they couldn't. They had a little bit of pressure. He was just gashing him.
Oh,
They
my
just take it
goodness.
right
yeah,
up the middle.
right up the middle. No one was getting
And
hands on him right
then
there.
AJ's a big dude.
Yeah,
You're not going to
AJ
put
was
him
just-
one on one with anybody.
And then Devontae was out there doing his thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they had Dallas Goddard. You couldn't stop all their weapons. They had too many
It was
weapons.
crazy.
It wasn't.
Now, like I had Philly.
Go the whole way.
I
yeah.
did
Yeah,
have
that
Philly
Philly
going all
going all
the
the
way.
way.
When it got to Kansas City, honestly, I wasn't sure because it's Kansas City, and I really wasn't sure how much they were going to let them just
Yeah.
beat Kansas City because I noticed every field goal had to get re-kicked.
Yeah.
And I know it might
And they
be,
didn't show that illegal procedure penalty
No,
in any of
no.
them, which I think is funny because they usually do. But
It's just for the field goal, he can't snap the ball. I thought that was a
Yeah,
little
that was a little
funny.
funny.
Very
But
funny,
whatever.
but Jake Elliott finally made some field goals.
He was
Usually,
nailing
he did not miss any in this game.
They had with the white corner get a
Cooper
touchdown
DeJohn
On his birthday, man.
on his birthday,
on his birthday. So
first white quarter in Super Bowl history.
if you look that up, is that what it said?
There was somebody else I don't recognize
I don't
the name, and I
think
think
it's
it's too old. I think it's before the Super
Yeah, I
Bowl.
don't think it's
yeah.
the first white because they used
So-
to have white corners.
Not for a really long time.
It might be the first white one in a long time.
Because I know Jason Sehorn didn't have one in that Super Bowl he was in, and I can't think of another white corner until like black and white TV.
Yeah. No, but that defense was swarming.
They were.
They
Yeah,
did
right.
not give them an inch.
Because the garbage time is when they start
Yeah.
letting them. They
I'm
let
gonna be
them.
serious. This Super Bowl showed. I thought this was what Philly was gonna do. I thought watching Philly play for most of the year, and they kind of did the opposite of last year. They looked like trash other than Saquon, and then like as it got to the playoffs, things that were a major problem started like cleaning up.
Well, I told you they were a scary team. You didn't believe me.
No, I didn't believe you.
did,
I
and
thought they
was-
were what. I mean, what happened to Kansas City?
Yeah,
like they
I was-
got all the way there, and then you realize, wow, your offensive line is terrible.
I
You
was
shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
It hurts and it pains to say because like I have a Philly fan that sits beside me at work and he is unbearable, and I can't even like admit to him that like they look good because even when you say they look good, they still taunt you.
They're
It's-
horrible
they're
losers,
horrible.
or winners.
It's the craziest thing. Like, I said y'all look good. Why are you like the Washington when that catch happened? The that Hail Mary.
Yeah.
You could sit there and like, oh man, that was a catch, and they're like, oh yeah, like you,
Yeah.
but they're like, yeah, you see that, like they're the absolute worst. Philly fans, which is
Yeah, they're
horrible.
they're not great losers, but
so-
they're horrible
But
winners.
the truth is, the truth. It should set you free. This Philly team was scary, and I can see they were
Saquon was the last
figuring
piece
it
they needed.
out.
It was the
Yeah.
last piece they
And
needed.
her-
Because that's the
people
thing I
look
think
better.
they keep missing with us. Which one? It's already Saquon said that a bunch of people from the organization reached out to him and was like, "Congratulations."
Yeah.
Nobody has hard feelings.
Yeah.
Like, people want to make up hard feelings
Yeah.
because they feel like we should have. But the thought process is, even if we kept Saquon,
Yeah, it wouldn't have been.
all that would have happened is maybe Philly doesn't make a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
we would not have been any better. Maybe we would have been Sports Center a couple more because Saquon does things.
Yeah.
But you know what would have happened? He'd reverse hurdle somebody. We'd have still lost by 15.
Yeah.
So,
He would have had like probably 1,500 yards, couple touchdowns, and it just been like,
man, he's really good.
Yeah.
Sad he's getting wasted on the Giants. Like, that's all it would have been. And it's coming back out again. There people are finally starting. We offered him more money than Philly the year before, and he turned it down.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's
He
what-
wanted to
yeah.
go.
He grew up- he
We
grew
did
up
not
there.
mismanage this.
He's from-
He wanted to leave.
That's
he's
what
from
he
the
wanted to
area.
go.
He wanted to go to the team that his team he grew up liking, and then that's
And
just-
that Super Bowl,
And it was a team that was in a contention for a Super Bowl. We weren't.
But he didn't even really win the Super Bowl. They shut him out.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but he got him there.
I mean, he got in there. I'm not
he
saying
did.
he
He
didn't
was the
do
bell
his
cow that
part.
got him through
Yeah.
the season.
But-
But when it came to the actual Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts stepped up.
Hurt
MVP.
stepped up. Like that's the only thing Kansas City was doing right, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like it
They
had.
couldn't stop anything else.
It did not matter if you could stop him.
Oh.
And I really think they thought if they could stop the run and they could stop Saquon, they was going to shut the team down.
That was Spags. That was Spags' whole goal. But
Yeah,
they had something.
and that
to him.
was not true.
Yeah, they definitely had something. I'm not used to seeing
Okay.
Spags just because
Yeah, he looked-
there was points where he just like
He was like, "What in the world do I
He
do?"
looked, yeah.
was it the Devontae Adams
Yeah,
touchdown?
yeah. After that point,
He
yeah.
just like almost threw his papers to the side because it was like
Yeah.
there's nothing we can do about that.
I got nothing for it.
There's nothing to stop that. Like
Even Andy looked quiet.
Oh, Andy was just like, he looking. You say he looking at the scared. So he's like,
Yeah, Andy, I used to
I
see him
can't
get
say it,
more
but
like
I know we're done.
angry. He used to get more like, but he just,
I think they know this was one of their worst teams.
yeah.
yeah, they've been
Like they've
yeah.
been trying to size that this is one of the better teams, this is more complete. No,
The fact they
this is
made
one of the
it
worst
far.
teams.
Like,
Yeah,
if
I
we're
think
being real, they had no wide receivers again.
Yeah.
yeah.
And-
DeAndre Hopkins dropped like 3 passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worthy is the only dude on the team that's
Yeah.
catching the ball.
Jersey
Like
was the
consistently.
only one that was, yeah, he really was.
And then
And that's
also,
including Travis.
and they didn't even run the ball. Like they tried and they were like, nope, not getting that either.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
And so, I mean,
they were all over Mahomes.
there was just no answer.
They were-
They had no answer for them at all.
Those Eagles flew. They were all over him. Like it was crazy. I mean, what you think of the halftime show?
Like I said, if you like Kendrick, you know all the stuff in his career and stuff.
I mean,
Then it was an alright show.
Like,
But if
was
you're
kinda
from the
boring.
outside, not a direct Kendrick fan. I'm not even saying not a hip hop fan. Not
Yeah.
a direct Kendrick fan. He wasn't their mic. His mic was not loud enough
It
for you to
wasn't
really
too
hear.
loud.
So you could barely like I knew the beats of the song, but I had no idea where he was in the song because I couldn't understand him
You
because
got-
it was
yeah.
too low. He is not animated the way that, especially because the Super Bowl is televised. The way the camera follows a halftime show, the person performing, the main like focal person, has to have a level of entertainment. Like there has like Usher was dancing all over the floor.
Yeah, he can roll
Beyonce
skate.
is dancing. Bruno Mars is playing the hell out of the instruments and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Prince is being Prince. Kendrick was just standing there rapping. He's a
Yeah.
rapper. That's what he does. Like
And
I'm not knocking
Yeah.
him, but it doesn't really work for this.
Well, I
So if
think
you've
they-
got a show that is meant to be for people that are more than just your demographic, I don't think this was well done.
Yeah.
And I think it could have been.
I didn't have a problem with
It was too niche.
It was okay. I mean, I knew exactly what was going to be. I knew what to expect. I knew what it was and exactly what it was.
I just think for a Super Bowl show, I think I got spoiled because I mean, just think about it. They've been having more and more. Just they'll have this is the act, but even that act will have other acts. They'll have more people.
I feel like
coming.
you. I feel like it was. I feel like
Even
it,
Usher had other people than just Usher.
I mean, when you think about all the people he's done music with,
I mean, Rihanna was pregnant. She was on a damn list.
I didn't think he was gonna have two people come out. I mean, I knew SZA was
Yeah.
gonna be there. I figured it was just gonna be him, and he was gonna headline. And he was gonna do him. I mean, I mean, that's exactly what I thought it
Yeah,
was.
I don't know, because even like the dancers were good, but then you couldn't always even completely see them, and then they were.
Like I said, if you were live, it
know.
might have been better. But watching it on TV,
I think you would have to be there. Like I said, like you think about the Super Bowl. Like I mean, Beyonce took the electricity out. Like I think we just got spoiled. And it's not even hating on Kendrick, but even like I said, when you had like Dr. Dre, they had 50, they had Mary J. It was just so much. You felt like a little kid getting fed all this. Like look, I didn't even see my girl
Serena.
I didn't even see Serena. You called me and was like, "You see Serena?" I was like, "No." And I was watching, and I missed Serena.
I mean, it wasn't bad. I think people say it was trash. Isn't true?
No, it wasn't.
But I don't think it was great.
And then some of the songs are like the best.
He didn't play. I feel like he tried a little bit too hard to make sure he fit. Like, I felt like it was clearly more of a diss to Drake than making sure he put on the best performance. And I think that's kind of where I'm like, you could have put on a better performance if you weren't so trying to diss Drake so hard. There's songs that are a little more upbeat and a little bit more like he could have done the recipe with Drake.
I didn't think Drake would come back because Drake had that big LA one. I didn't think it would make sense. But that's still
just a more upbeat song.
True, but I also didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen. Period, because. One, he wasn't going to bring all LA and Compton out because LA had their moment. Yeah. So, like, I definitely thought he could have did a song with Lil Wayne. He wanted a song
Beyonce and Bruno kept coming back.
I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, honestly, at first, once we started becoming a blowout, I was like, okay, I'm over the game.
I'll give you that.
I was like, okay, so
when DeJean took that one pick six back, I was like, this is over.
And the commercials weren't good.
And then
they weren't great.
24-0.
I think the Rocket Mortgage one is probably the best one, and that's probably because they made the interaction with the commercial all the way back into the stadium.
I had my little Harry Met Sally moment.
That was kind of cool seeing. Billy Crystal.
The Steel commercial.
I like a seal.
You know when they got Jesus looking over your side? That's how I was like, oh, this brother really look like a seal.
I was like, Jesus.
I've seen the live one. It doesn't look much different without the CGI.
Yeah, so it was interesting.
It was alright.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew somebody had to win. I didn't want it to be the Chiefs. I was just like, I was right. Once after the halftime and they went out and they did 3 and out and then he did that, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and then Brady kept trying they could come back. I'm like, Brady.
No, come on, boss.
And like
this ain't
28-3. I'm just saying.
But this ain't.
But he kept bringing his up. I mean, we came back. Like, yeah.
And then they got a touchdown.
No, you also heard Gronk. You also heard what Gronk said. It was like, he's like, the Eagles are doing exactly what we did when we played them over Tampa. We let Patrick Mahomes run around and make them and do what he did, but we stopped him. He said because that was the key. And I was like, but it was it's over. The season's done. We are now getting ready to.
And the NFC East has the most Super Bowl wins out of any.
Yeah,
we're the only one that has every team.
Every team has multiple Super Bowls.
Has it all.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we have multiples.
And then we have multiples. So I like what's my boy Scooter. He do like his own like the meeting with each other.
NFC East.
It's hilarious and like. As a Cowboy fan, I feel exactly what the Cowboy fan is feeling like the 5 rings and like.
I think the Giants fan is a little over exaggerated.
No, he's so perfect. I love the Giants. And he is so nice. I love that. I love how nice it's how Giants fans really are. Y'all are sweet, and that's why we don't mess with y'all that much.
Do you guys think that if it was anybody other than do you think anybody would ever beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl if it wasn't the Chiefs?
No,
I can't think of anything.
I think that a lot of people are automatically
Buffalo. I did.
Yeah, everybody is automatically Buffalo or Baltimore would have put up. Buffalo and Baltimore can't stop the run.
Yeah, they wouldn't stop.
So I think it might not have been as many points.
But Saquon would have gassed.
I think he'd have had like 250 points on either one of them.
Or yards on either one. Those big runs with Washington, I think that would have happened with Buffalo.
Exactly.
I do. Yeah.
And so like it might have ended up being like a 24-10 game. But I think Philly would have had the ball the whole time, and it would just been running it straight down their neck.
I think this was Philly's season.
I honestly think they might have still scored the same amount of points. To be honest with you, because I think they would have put pedal to the metal. We're going to make sure
because they kind of pulled up in the second half.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they're like they made sure we're going to win this game.
Yeah.
They're not coming back.
There is nope.
Because remember, Kansas City had their 28-3. Remember, it was like 10-0 coming out of halftime.
Yep. And so
no, that's not going to happen. We're going to keep stacking.
Yes.
So I do. I think this was Philly's year, and it hurts, but it's the truth.
Jalen?
Yeah. You're stupid.
Jalen might not have the numbers.
Because I didn't think the Lions was going to be Philly. And as good as the Lions look, their defense was getting...
yeah.
If you asked me earlier, yes, the Lions, but everybody in defense was hurt.
Too hurt.
So who's going to stop them?
I told you they did not have enough to get over the hump.
And they didn't beat the Commanders. It's the Commanders that kicked them out. Yeah. So
came in there and said thank you.
Yeah. So
Miles Garrett.
We'll see, man. It's going to be an interesting offseason. We have so much to talk about.
Yeah. Oh God. Today we figured, we haven't really talked anything. We missed Saturdays because of her ankle.
My ankle, my leg.
Your leg, the whole thing. Minimize. Sorry, I did not mean to minimize. Your debilitation. We haven't gotten to talk about anything, so I figured today we'd stay strictly Super Bowl, but I think Saturday is going to start the trade rumors and the draft rumors, and it's stuff looks like it could get real wild in the next couple
Saturday
months.
It's starting to hurt. So.
It's already starting to
I got you.
All right.
Well,
I think that's about everything on this. Congratulations, Philly. I know I knocked y'all all year. I will admit I was wrong.
Hurst got to go to Disney World. That? I said that. I'm humbling. Yes, I said that. They won it. The NFC East won it. We can celebrate. Hurst went to Disney World already. I thought that was cool.
I literally taste vomit in my mouth.
Hey man, NFC East reigns supreme.
So
I mean, we ruined almost all the dynasties.
Yeah. So tell us what you think about the Super Bowl. What you like, was your highs, your lows, what you thought about the commercials and the halftime, and yeah. Like, subscribe,
Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever, and we'll holla at y'all Saturday with some more variety stuff. All right, peace.